So welcome along to A Story to Tell with me, Richard Beauvoisin. This is mainly taken from my Radio Bath show every Thursday morning from 10 until 12. If you do like it, don't forget to subscribe, share it to others and let everyone know all about Radio Bath. Hope you enjoy it. So welcome along, it's Richard Beauvoisin here right until midday today. On the live sessions today, we've got Remy Elisse coming in. She's going to play us a couple of live tracks and we're going to be chatting to her very shortly.
Made in Bath. This is Radio Bath.
So welcome along on A Story to Tell with myself, Richard Beauvoisin. I've got the lovely Remy Elisse here today. Good morning, Remy. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, you're very smiley.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
It's always nice. Have you done many of these types of things before?
Not really. I've done an interview on the radio before, but nothing I've not gone into the studio before to do it.
Have you not? It's always quite weird when you're over the phone because they put you on hold and you can hear what's going out beforehand and then all of a sudden you're live on air.
Yeah.
And I always have that moment of going, because I've done it myself in my business quite a few times, and all of a sudden I'm going, like that as I'm getting a little bit nervous at that point.
Yeah.
Even though I'm on the radio every week,
Yeah.
being a guest is really different. So,
Definitely.
so, yeah.
And they talk to you off air as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're not really sure whether you're on air or not.
No. And it's often the producers that are talking to you off air rather than the actual presenters.
Yeah.
And then the presenter comes on and it's all very, very different. It's always fun when you're talking to the BBC. They always have BBC voices. No matter where they're from, they always have BBC voices.
They change their way they talk. Yeah.
I once did an interview. We'll get on to you in a minute, by the way. I once did an interview where I went into a radio station and the lady that was talking to me, she was like, all right there, Richard, right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do all this and that and the other. And I was like, that's fine, okay, yeah. She's like, but you can choose the music. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And then she went on air and she went, hello, everyone. I'm X, Y and Z, whatever their name was. I don't think it was X, Y and Z. I don't think so. But yeah, she had a completely different voice and that threw me completely.
It's like a news presenter.
Yeah.
How they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am me on the radio.
Yeah.
I have a presenting. I've been told I have a presenting voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so my presenting voice is generally slightly slower than my normal vocal. Clarity, and you try and speak a little bit slower. And the reason for that is that you can't pick up the body language on radio, so you always have to speak slightly slower.
Yeah.
But there we go. Anyway, we're getting on to you. You're here to do some live singing for us today. How are you feeling about performing live?
Yeah, I feel great.
It's something you do.
Nervous, but,
That's okay. It's all good to do. But tell us, who are you, Remy Elisse?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Well, that's a deep question. So my musician name is Remy Elisse. I'm from Bath and I'm a singer-songwriter. So all the songs that you hear, well, pretty much all the songs I play on my own, but I do a few covers as well. And yeah, I love kind of playing different genres, a bit of a mix of everything in my stuff. And I think the most important thing for me about writing music is just getting the story across.
Okay.
The imagery.
So I was going to say, what type of music is it that you sing? Because if somebody
question.
said to Ed Sheeran, what type of music do you play? Actually, it's really different. Almost every
hard.
song he plays is different. Is he a rapper? Is he a love singer-songwriter?
Yeah.
Is he just a pop artist? He's actually loads of different things.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say something quite similar in that it's hard to pin down one genre. But I like a lot of blues and rock when I play with a bit of kind of Latin and Spanish influence. I love languages.
Okay.
So I try and kind of include that, whether that's the lyrics or the style.
Okay.
And then I have maybe a couple of songs that are slower ballads, and then a few that are a bit more kind of folky, but still kind of gentle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a mix.
A bit of a mix. You've
Yeah.
basically got a story to tell, as is the name of this segment.
Yes.
And you try and put it into songs.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is all good. I like all of that. Now, you're at university at the moment, not here in Bath. You're off in university, and you're studying languages. So what languages do you speak then?
Well, mostly French, because I mean, I wouldn't sound fluent by any means, but I love learning. I speak a little bit of Spanish, understand a lot more than I can actually speak. And then, because it's another romantic language, Italian, and I use it in my summer job quite a lot. And I try to just because I love traveling, so if I go away somewhere, I try to learn a little bit. Just hello, please, and thank you, basic phrases before I go somewhere new, because I think it's a lot of people, especially British people, can be a bit hesitant to...
They can. I'm currently in the process of writing a book. Okay. I know, it's quite sad, really. But I'm writing a book. I've been a teacher for 25 years, and I've taught in lots of different ways, and I've got loads of advice that I can give to people. So the title of the book is going to be "Who Are You to Give Me Advice?" Okay, so that's the title of the book. It's quite a challenging title.
Yeah.
But one of the parts in there is actually about the fact that I stopped learning languages.
Okay.
And my theory behind it, as much as I want to learn languages, is that, and I appreciate I should learn languages, but I put effort into other things because I realise that most people speak English.
Yeah.
So I'm lazy.
I think I'm going to leave now.
But no, I can do the odd little bit here and there. But I choose to do other things with my brain power. That's all it is.
I think that once you've started, no matter how much you neglect it or kind of decide not to keep it up, it's still in your brain. Yeah. So I think if you go somewhere where you've learnt the language in the past, you'll still kind of pick things up quite easily. So
absolutely.
It's always there.
It would always be there. Now, you spoke about writing music earlier. What is your writing process? Are you a Paul McCartney, I've woken up with yesterday in my head? Or do you write the guitar or piano or lyrics or melody? Where do you start and finish?
Again, a bit of everything. I think sometimes my head hits the pillow and I'm like, oh my God, I need to write this down like you were saying. Yeah. But then most of the time it's not like that. It's more... I usually get the story and the lyrics in my head before the melody. Occasionally I'll be messing around on guitar and say, oh, actually, that sounds quite good. Yeah. Write that down, then come up with the lyrics. But I think it's easier to adjust the lyrics to the melody than the melody to the lyrics. Okay. But again, not always. So
it varies.
Yeah.
And I've asked this question a lot of singer-songwriters, but I'm going to ask you the same question. Okay. Do you have lots of bits of songs everywhere?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Like bits of paper. Sometimes, annoyingly, I'll write it somewhere and then try and come back to it and I've no idea where it's gone. Yeah. But I try to do it digitally as much as possible, but I really prefer the kind of texture of the pen on the paper to write down, as pretentious as it sounds.
Not at all. No, you're not to know this, but I've also written a couple of albums and recorded them and stuff. Not professionally, just kind of home studio type stuff. So I love doing it, and I've equally got loads of scraps of paper, and I come back to them sometimes and I go, I don't remember writing that. Yeah. Does that chord sequence really work? Because I'm a guitarist, and I'm like, I don't even remember what that song is. Yeah, and then I've listened back to some of my songs going, did I write that? Yeah. And I'm obviously slightly more mature than you are, so some of my stuff was a number of years ago, some of it 30 years ago, and I'm like, I don't even remember it. Yeah. So it's very, very bizarre to do. It really is. Yeah. Now, album, it's coming out. Yes. Okay, or I should say when this is being broadcast, it's already come out. What's the title of the album?
The title is I Should Have Said No.
Why did you title it that?
Well, so this is the title track of the album. So my kind of the biggest song in it is I Should Have Said No. And the song is about, regret, loss, and kind of wanting something really badly, even though you know you shouldn't, and you do it even though, and you know you shouldn't, and the feelings of that afterwards. Yeah. But I had a lot of I talk a lot about images and stories and kind of like French New Wave, 1940s, 50s black and white film. Okay. And I think you can see that in the imagery when you listen to the song lyrics.
It sounds interesting. Or
at least to me, anyway. Maybe not. But.
And what was the whole process like of recording the album? Where did you get it done?
So I did some of it in my producer's studio. It's called Zach Ware. He's very talented.
Hello, Zach.
Hello, Zach. Shout out to Zach. And then some of that, with the more of the band stuff, was in Nick Cave. Nick Cave? Oh my God, I don't know why that was in my... Nick Allen.
Very similar people.
Just outside of Bath.
Okay,
yeah.
Amazing. And you mentioned the band. Mm-hmm. It's not just you, is it?
No. So there's about, I think it's 5 tracks that the whole band plays on. It's hard to think off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. And yeah, they're all amazing. They're all really, really talented and really devoted. My mum plays keys.
Oh, lovely.
Which is really nice. There's a lot of family connections.
Is she your favourite parent, or?
I'm not answering that.
Okay. Now, for those that aren't aware, which is everybody, parent's dad, Peter is sat next to her at the moment, which is why we've asked that question.
I've got a gun to my head right now. To say.
We might hear from Peter later.
Yeah, and yeah, he's been very inspirational and done a lot of stuff for the album. And my sister actually made the artwork on the front of the cover of the album. But yeah, back to the band. So Zach is also playing in the band on electric guitar, and he plays steel pedal as well for some of the songs. Gavin is on bass, and he does a bit of double bass as well, but he's contributed a lot to the songs, and he's been in the studio with me when I've been recording with just Zach and coming up with ideas and melodies and modulations that I'd never thought of before. Yeah. And then and then you've got Graham on the drums, who's an incredible drummer, very devoted to it and captures the style in that kind of essence. I know you were saying about style earlier. I think the main influence is kind of like 70s blues rock.
Okay.
For my...
I'm really looking forward to hearing you play.
Oh.
I've said this many times, that I always feel incredibly privileged that I effectively get a private concert.
Yeah. Which
is lovely, and I get to sit here and listen to you playing, and it's a brilliant thing to do, which we're going to be hearing very, very shortly. Now, what about playing locally? Have you got anything coming up or anything that will be in the past as this has been broadcast?
Well, I think because I'm going back... No, actually, I tell a lie. I do have a gig coming up in Corsham.
Okay.
Which will be with Nick Allen's band, Little Men. It's at the Pound Arts Centre.
I'll be there later this afternoon.
Oh.
For my daughter does ballet.
Ah, there you go. It's all connected.
It is.
That's on the 13th of February.
Okay.
But apart from that, I'll just be mostly at uni, so I'll be doing gigs there. But I've done a lot of gigs in Bath over the course of my life here.
And what about the Roots Festival?
Yes, so that has already happened.
It's in the past.
It's in the past. Yeah, the Bradford Roots Festival. It's going to be... Oh, it was amazing.
It's always a strange thing. So we're recording this sometime in the future or sometime in the past. Who knows when this has been recorded? But yeah, let's just say the gig went really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll go with that option, shall we? And if anybody wanted to listen to the album, how could they listen to it?
Yep, so it's out on Bandcamp. You can search for me, Remy Elisse, and the album will come up, or the album title, I should have said no. And you can also find updates on the album and future projects on my Instagram, which is Remy Music _ it's REMY. And it would also be on Spotify. So the 8th of February, the first track from the album Dry Eyes will be out, and I will be progressively releasing songs.
Brilliant.
On
Well, we're looking very much forward to hearing you shortly. I'll let you tune the guitar up, and we'll be back with Remy and her first track very shortly.
Bath and West Wiltshire's Radio Bath.
Time for track 1 then from the lovely Remy Elisse here on Radio Bath today. What's the name of the first track and what's it all about?
The song is called Nervous Palms, and I wrote this one in my uni room. I was looking out the window and I kind of started to notice it was becoming autumn a bit more, that the leaves were changing colour. It was colder, those kind of things. And I thought it kind of, as the seasons change, it kind of represents a person changing and then moving on from something, and in this case it's a relationship, and kind of just focused on that, and then it spread out, if that makes sense.
It does. It does indeed.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, live here on Radio Bath, it's Remy Elisse.
Isn't it strange? Isn't it hard to explain? Once together, bound forever, and now we're both in pain. Isn't it strange? Isn't it strange that now it's a meal for only one? An empty bed, words left unsaid, and it's another kind of fun. Isn't it strange? Then empty is loud, head is a crowd, same red undertones. Then the leaves turn brown and the sun goes down and you're all alone. Isn't it strange? Used to see beneath your heart. Didn't it change you to see me growing in all our aging palms? Isn't it strange? Still in our dreams, wishing things weren't so sad. Still in our dreams and smiling at our children. Then empty is loud, head is a crowd, same red undertones. Then the leaves turn brown and the sun goes down and you're all alone. Remember all the O's, wait no I mean all the should have said. All the wait no I mean all the should have said. And the nervous palms and sweaty conversations in the dark. Remember all the nervous palms and sweaty conversations in the dark. Then empty is loud, head is a crowd, same red undertones. And the leaves turn brown and the sun goes down and you're all alone. Then empty is loud, head is a crowd, same red undertones. Then the leaves turn brown and the sun goes down and you're all alone.
That sounds like the end to me. Sounding absolutely brilliant. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was really nice. Thank
It
you.
sounded lovely. Now, I normally take a photo and everything at this point. I realised my phone's on the other side of the studio,
Oh, no.
so I couldn't take a photo, but you lost yourself in it.
I did, yeah. It was really kind of, you forget everything else.
You do. You just forget
Yeah.
where you are, don't you? Well, you'll be back with track number 2 very shortly.
Yes.
This is Radio Bath.
Time for track number 2 now with the lovely Remy Elisse. She's here all morning doing some live tracks, but this one's not going to be live, is it?
No.
Why is this one not live?
This one, so I should have said no. Yeah, because it's the title track, I'd just like to give people the full taste of it, really. It's a very... The atmosphere when we recorded it in the studio is something I think I want to share more than playing it live. But you can come to my gigs if you want to see me do that. Yeah, it's just a lot more kind of emotive, I think, on the recording.
And what is it about?
So I should have said no. It's feelings of regret after doing something you want to, but you know you shouldn't do. Whether that's like eating a Mars bar when you're on a diet, or something a lot greater that you know you really, really shouldn't do. And I just like to explore the ideas of the feelings during the moments when you're doing the thing you're doing, and it's kind of, you're enjoying it and you're thinking like the lighter, happier moments of it, and then the dark moments of regret and loss afterwards.
Can't wait to listen to it. Here on Radio Bath is Remy Elisse and I Should Have Said No.
10 tiny men. It's a sin to go into your heart, but you reeled me in, pulled my collar up, and took my jacket off and set me down. There couldn't have been a better time for us. My love was out, the day was ours, but I should have said no, 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 no. But you said not to go. You said, but your lips looked so inviting. The piano played itself, and the gin was still cold and exciting. But I knew that one day I'd look into your eyes. Never the same, no, no, never the same. And I knew that your smile would be tainted with lust for guilty wonders. But I should have said no. But you said not to go. You said no. But you said not to go. You said, let me hold you in my arms. Let my hands hold yours. Let my soul become yours. Was it summer, winter, or spring when you came around? When you bought me a drink at St. George's Bar? Was it summer, winter, or spring when you came around? I can't recall. I can't recall. But I knew that one day I'd look into your eyes. They were the same. No, 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 never the same. And I knew that your smile would be tainted with lustful, guilty wonders. The smell of bitter smoke filled my nose, and I never smoked. No, 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 no. It was early in the morning. It was time to go. It was time to go. It was patent-colored curtains. Let the sun creep in, too bright for me, trying to guide me. But I should have said no, 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 no.
Radio made in Bath. This is Radio Bath.
Time for track number 3 now. We're back playing live with Remy Elisse here all morning doing a live session. What's track number 3 for us?
This is I Don't Think I Like You Anymore.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
sad now.
Sorry.
Why don't you like me anymore?
Well, I think you're just a bit boring, honestly, and that's the end of it,
I
really.
feel really sad.
No, this one, yeah, it's again. I think it's. I always kind of introduce it in my live gigs, saying, "Oh, I think everyone can relate to this." The title of this is definitely someone in your life, even if it's just a stranger. You just think, well, I don't like you anymore. You've just annoyed me. So that's the end of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, here on Radio Bath then, it's Remy Elisse with her third track.
The lid to your coffee cup is missing. Great start to the morning, kettle's hissing. Tell me that isn't rain pouring down our window, 'cause I just put the washing out. You're joking. Are we doomed from the start? Is this how we began? Yeah, I swear to you it was sunny 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. It's not in what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. So on your way out, close the door. Look at me. I know that you're not busy. Tell me that you want to help me, 'cause I can't seem to manage on my own. Yeah, why can't you see? Why can't you see? It's not easy when you know something is wrong. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. It's not in what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. So on your way out, close the door. When you push my ideas to the back of my head, when you speak like you're trying to raise the dead, when you say her name, when you say her name, when you say her name. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. 'Cause it's not in what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, I don't think I like you anymore. So on your way out, yeah, you're always here when I wish you weren't here. And you're always here when I wish you weren't here. And when you say her name, when you say her name, when you say her name, close the door.
Just letting the guitar fade out into the distance. That's an absolutely brilliant song. Do you enjoy playing that song by any chance?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you enjoy playing that one.
Thank you.
Again, still got my phone on the other side of the studio, so still couldn't record you, unfortunately, but I'll make sure I do for the next one. Remy's back with another track very shortly.
Radio made in Bath. This is Radio Bath.
Time for the next track then with Remy Elisse. She's here with myself, Richard Beauvoisin, all morning. What is track number 4 called?
It's called Afflicted.
And why have you called it that?
I don't know. No, it's the first song I wrote really good number of years ago. And
So we didn't mention this earlier. How young are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Yes.
So when you say a good number of years ago.
I think I was 12
Okay.
when I wrote it.
Amazing.
Yeah, my mum brought home a guitar from her school. She was a music teacher.
And this is your favourite parent, yes? Just checking.
I don't know about that.
They're equal, of course.
Equal in every way. My mum brought home a guitar.
Sorry, I've really distracted you now, but it's fun to watch.
How dare you?
I know.
And she sort of, because I didn't know anything about guitar, so I sort of went up to my room, experimented, did some research, and then, I don't know, maybe a couple of days or something later came down with a bit of a song, and then played that song to my best friend in her room, and her mum overheard this. Her mum, Sally, shout out to Sally, she was at the time a booker for bands and a promoter, and she heard this. She was like, "Oh my god, we need to put you onto a stage and get this performed." And I was terrified. Like, oh no, there's no way. And then she said, "No, play it to everyone in the house right now," and everyone was really supportive. And I just kind of thought, oh, it's just, friends being nice and polite. But then I played it at this pub in Bath, and I got really good feedback, and people were saying, "Oh, do you want to book this gig, or do you want to come to this event and play this?" Nothing crazy, but it just started something, and it made me kind of think, oh, okay, maybe I'm good at this.
So would you like to do music full time?
Oh, yeah.
There's a pause there.
Yeah, I think I've spoken to a lot of people recently, especially during this album, and it's something I adore, but is so hard, as everyone knows. In the industry, it's just really, really hard to get noticed, to get secure income, to have, support. And I think I would want to, but I think my kind of plan at the moment is to find a job where I can get money.
Get money and do the music on the side to start
and
with.
Keep pushing it, keep promoting, keep doing gigs.
Well,
and
you are here on Radio Bath playing your stuff, so you've made progress already, which is all good. You never know who's in contact with who. So, so we're going to hear this track. This is from the album I Should Have Said No, available on Bandcamp. These tracks will be released on Spotify once a month as well. This is called Afflicted.
This way before. I'm usually the outcast in the crowd. I said I've never felt this way before. I'm usually the one you slam the door. Are dilated for you. Yeah, my heart is beating in my head, driving me crazy, crazy.
Radio Bath. Made in Bath.
Time for the last link now with myself, Richard Beauvoisin. How's that French accent, Remy?
Très bien.
Ah, merci. And Remy and Dad Peter has joined us on microphone. Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Oh, you sounded very ruffly then.
I've had a bit of a cough recently, Richard, so I'm a bit gravelly.
You're a bit gravelly. You sound lovely. You sound lovely now. So we're going to do the quick fire round. We're going to alternate the questions. 11 random questions. The first one I have told you. Everybody gets to know this one. But Remy, first of all, what is your favourite ice cream?
I think pistachio.
Pistachio. Good choice. I always find the green puts me off.
Oh, really?
It's the only bit that puts me off. But I like pistachio as well. Good. Peter.
My favourite ice cream, Richard? Yeah, well, she's learned everything she knows from me because mine's pistachio.
Is it pistachio? Let's find out how influenced you are by your favourite parent. It's been a running joke today for those who haven't been listening earlier.
God.
We were deciding who was the favourite parent, and obviously both are equal. I'd like to point that out. Do you know what the worst thing is that behind the smiles that you guys have got, there could be like a deep-founded thing where actually you do have a favourite parent and there's a problem and you'll talk about it afterwards.
It's
and
subconscious.
Why did you bring that up? But I'm hoping not.
Her mother and I worry about that all the time.
Do you? I am just obviously making a joke out of it. Thank you for the sympathetic laughter. Crack. There goes another rib. Right. Peter, are you tidy or messy?
Oh, I'm probably a mixture of both. I'm tidy when I need to be, but when I don't think it's necessary, then I'm probably quite messy.
I'm letting you know that your daughter sat next to you is disagreeing with you. So, Remy, give your opinion on this.
He's hyper tidy.
Hyper tidy?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
if you leave the milk out, it'll be, for 1 second, it'll be like, right, I'm putting this away right now.
Okay.
Are you done with this? I'm
Okay.
putting it away.
Hyper tidy. So were you trying to claim to be messy to be cool?
Yeah?
Yes.
It's one of the few recourses I have to look cool.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with being hyper tidy. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Okay. So, Remy, the same question. Tidy or messy?
Messy.
Messy. Just
100%.
Oh, yes.
we just have messiness all over the place. A uni student.
It's sort of like organised chaos, I would say.
Okay. You know where everything is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right. Remy, for your start. Love or hate roller coasters?
Hate.
Hate them. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you hate roller
I'm
coasters?
scared of heights.
Okay.
Yeah, terrified.
All right. Fair enough. Peter.
Exactly the same. This is kind of weird the way you get into this.
It's funny how
similarities.
we're actually related, isn't it?
It's funny that, yes. Now, they just make me feel ill.
Okay. That's fair enough. As we get older, and I'll say that both of us are more mature than 21, Peter, is that, the fluid in our ears hardens. So that's why we like roller coasters less as you get older, because it makes you feel more sick. So,
Oh, no, I've been like this since I was a kid.
oh, fair enough. Yeah. Peter, this is an important question, this one, okay? Do you hang your toilet roll over the top or behind the back? I told you they were serious questions.
Well, the toilet roll generally, although I have to admit it's not really a very important thing, generally over the front, but the kitchen roll over the back.
The kitchen roll over the... Oh, okay, so you've got a hanger for your kitchen roll as well, because we've got
Yeah.
ours on a stand,
Yeah.
and I can't work out which way round I should put the kitchen roll on that. But you have it round the back for the kitchen roll.
Yeah, but there's a very practical reason for
Go on
that.
then, what's that?
Well, because if it's down the front, it just gets in the way of other things that are
Okay.
on the draining boards.
That's fair enough. Okay, I can understand that. But you're an over-the-top person
Ooh, well, yeah.
on the toilet rolls.
Yeah.
And Remy, what about yourself?
Top.
Definitely top. Okay. Now, I've got a sub-question for this. If you went to somebody else's house and the toilet roll was hanging
Do you
behind the
change
back,
it?
do you change it? I did this the other day.
Yeah.
Went to somebody's house and it was wrong way around. I swapped it over.
I do change it, yeah.
You change it.
Never. No, absolutely not.
You're not that bothered.
No.
Sometimes.
Somebody's toilet roll is sacrosanct to them.
Well,
I don't want them getting the wrong impression of me if they follow me into the toilet.
What? Why would they follow you into the toilet?
we're hoping they don't, but anything's possible these days. It really is. Right. Remy, I think we're on to yourself next. Do you eat your chocolate from the fridge or from the cupboard?
If it's summer, then I'll keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
But usually from the cupboard.
Usually from the cupboard,
Yeah.
right? Peter?
Oh, no, I like my chocolate room temperature.
You're a room temperature guy.
It needs to melt quickly.
Yeah, there is a proper way of doing it, which apparently is from the cupboard. However, I like it from the fridge myself. So, right, I think I know the answer to this one. Peter, to start with, do you make your bed in the morning?
Never.
You never make it?
No, just pull the sheets back.
Okay, but you pull the duvet back?
Pull it back to air it, yeah.
Yeah.
Let
okay.
the sunlight on it.
Okay, all right. And what about yourself, Remy?
If I'm running late, then no.
No.
But I try to.
Now,
Yeah.
we had a scenario yesterday, and this upset me a little bit. It really did. And that is that I've asked this question for the last few years, and somebody said to me, what you should do if you have a duvet is pull the duvet halfway back and it airs the top half of the bed, but you still make it, so therefore all the bed bugs and everything get released and all of that, rather than being housed in a hot bed that you have. So I was like, okay, well, I'll start doing that then, that's fine. And for the first time in a long time, our cat decided that our bed was the right place to go, and it sat itself right in the middle of our bed on the down sheet. Now, my wife's allergic to cats, and I hate cat hair. So therefore I got there and I had to then change all the bedding, because otherwise it was just a layer of cat hair which I was just about to lay into, which I couldn't do. So now I'm making the bed again. I'm just accepting bed bugs over cat hair. So there we go. Right, follow-up question though is, do you have any cushions on your bed except for the pillows? Any extra cushions, Remy?
Yes.
Why?
Because I read in bed,
Okay,
so I like
good
sitting
reason.
up.
Like that,
Yeah.
Peter?
No, I read in bed, but I just use the pillows.
And even better answer. Right, I'm going to go to Peter first, okay, just to give you prep for this next one, Remy, okay? And that is, if you had to do it, Peter, what is your go-to karaoke song?
First of all, I'd say I wouldn't be seen dead doing karaoke.
That's true.
If I had to go to it, oh God, I'm pushed to think of something there, Richard, because
Okay.
it's so far outside the scope of what I would be prepared to do.
You're really not going to do it, are you?
No,
That's fine. That's
no,
okay.
it's
That's
kicking
fine.
and screaming, wild horses and all that.
Okay, well, there's 2 songs titles you gave there. That's good enough.
Yeah, wild horses maybe.
There we go. We'll go. Remy, yourself.
Um,
And it's difficult because you can sing.
well, yeah, I mean, I have this issue, and I have this debate with my friends because I sort of say, well, do you want me to do it or not? Because if I do it, there's a conflict of, right, do I sing well or not?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes if I've had a few drinks, I say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to sing well, you know, have a bit of a moment, and then people, if my friends are there, I think
Yeah.
if I'm on my own, it'd be a bit weird. But then, you know, occasionally, if people say, oh, let's do it, I'll try and do it as a group. So that I
doing
can
it as a
sort of
group,
hide.
like you're doing Sweet Caroline or something like that, you
Yeah.
can just shout it out.
Yeah, exactly.
But I had the weirdest experience. I very rarely do karaoke. And I was on holiday and my wife persuaded me, again, a couple of drinks might have been taking place, to do a song. And I did a Jamie Cullum song, who's a jazz artist. And the pressure that came on me, because you're standing up there, I'm used to being on stage every day, so that's not an issue for me. But I stood up there, outside of my comfort zone, and somebody said, just before I started singing, oh, this is a good song, this one. He must be able to sing if he's chosen this one.
Oh, no.
The pressure at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a little bit, they went, oh, you can sing. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's slightly bizarre. But you still haven't said a song you would do.
Yeah, probably Crazy by Niles Barkley.
Okay.
I think.
And there's no pressure, but could we have a little rendition
Oh
now?
my God. Yeah?
Go on.
Okay. Oh.
Starts, I remember when.
Really? I can't.
I know.
Okay. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space.
Beautifully done. And yes, you annoyingly can sing really well. Sounded better than Niles.
No.
Very nicely done. Moving on then. Remy, what is your favourite breakfast?
I tell you what, I think if it's going fancier, if you
Yeah.
had no limitations.
No limitations. Anything.
I think I'd have a nice like sourdough toast, freshly baked. Some scrambled eggs, smoked salmon, avocado. Yeah, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Lovely. And how often do you have that? Answers
Barely
that question. Peter, what about yourself?
Well, when you say favourite breakfast, again, there's a sort of choice of what I have regularly or what I would have occasionally, because I think possibly a fairly traditional fry-up would be my favourite, but that's kind of, you don't really do that anymore because it's not wonderfully healthy. But I do like a bit of sort of bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Maybe
fair
when
enough.
on holiday, you know, if you're staying in a hotel or something,
Yeah.
might do that.
It's amazing if I do all inclusive quite regularly, and it's amazing the amount you can eat for breakfast. Normally, you just have a bit of toast or a small bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
For breakfast, all of a sudden, you're having a 5-course meal.
Yeah.
And then thinking, when's lunch?
Yeah.
There we go. Right, couple of questions to go then. Peter, to start with, favourite TV programme or film?
Oh, well, favourite TV programme. We're quite careful about what we watch on TV because there's an awful lot of not very good stuff around. But we do like cop shows and good ones. And one
You like them.
one that we watched very recently, which we found very well written, produced, and beautifully done, was the Irish cop series Blue Lights.
Okay.
Which was very movingly done. It was about the people. It wasn't about solving cases. It was
just
about the
happened to be
relationships.
They happen to be policemen. That's the set.
Kind of. It was
Yeah.
yes. That was kind of it. And it was quite violent. It was full of very strong emotions, and
Okay.
and it was just wonderfully done. It was,
Blue Lights.
Yeah, Blue Lights.
Remy, what about
Fantastic.
yourself?
If I have a sort of categories thing for my shows. So like, if I'm in the morning mood and I just kind of want a gentle start to the day with my coffee, I like things like Frasier
Yeah.
or Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've only watched
Classic.
it twice.
Yeah,
the
it's a
whole
great
thing.
show.
If nobody's ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
You
it's
gotta watch it.
incredible. It starts
good.
off so strange. You're like, how are they making this into 8 seasons?
Yeah, I know.
And then
It's the characters.
yeah,
you
it
get
just
attached to.
I've cried to that many times.
Yeah,
but there we go.
definitely.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're leaving
Yeah.
it there. Okay, 2 questions to go. Remy first. If you came back in your next life as an animal, which one would you be and why?
Probably a wolf.
A wolf. Okay, I've
Maybe.
not had a wolf before.
Yeah.
Tell me why a wolf.
I think because they communicate with their voices
Okay.
from when they're really far away. And they're just quite resourceful, I think. And they like being together with their pack. And I think that's what I like. I like my pack of people that I hang around with.
Very nice. And are you ready for the worst dad joke in the world?
Okay.
Okay, the worst dad joke in the world. There's many others that are much worse. But why are wolves always in pain? Because they're always going, ow!
Well, I thought it would be something
There you
like
go.
that.
Peter, please move this on quickly. Same question to yourself.
Well, oddly, you should talk about a cat earlier on. Your cat. We have a cat, and we've had a series of cats in the past, all of which, up until this one, have been pretty horrible cats.
Okay.
Just sort of feed me, but please don't touch me.
Right.
But this one has kind of changed my mind. He's great. He's called Biggles. And I've kind of come to appreciate the life of a cat recently. So possibly a cat.
A cat is the favourite answer.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
cats have staff.
They do. Yeah. People often have said is that, what is it? Dogs have owners.
Cats
Or
have butlers.
Cats have, yeah, something like that, isn't it? So, yeah, cats just rule the roost. Last question then, Peter, to start with. It's a tricky one. This gets slightly deeper. Where is your happy place?
Oh, definitely at home with my family. Absolutely. Well, 2 happy places: at home with my family, or at a gig listening to her sing.
Oh, nicely done. Beautiful. Good. Remy.
That's so cheesy.
It's good. though. That's why he's your favourite parent.
No, stop it. I have to have a minute, I think.
That's okay. While you're having a think, I'm going to remind
Yeah.
everybody the name of your album is called I Should Have Said No. It's available on Bandcamp and it's going to be available on Spotify as the year goes on. If you want to see her locally, Bradford Roots Festival is a place you can do lots of other live gigs as well in the local area as the year goes on. Have I filled in enough for you, Remy?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I think definitely a place where I'm playing or watching music with people that I love and appreciate. I think once you're in that space, especially watching, because you can relax a bit more, and I think you just feel so, this is me, this is what I like, this is my life, and the people around me are also loving it, and it's just such a magical thing.
What a lovely way to finish. Thank you so much for coming in, both of you, today. I hope
Thank
you've
you.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
I hope
Yeah.
the album goes well. I'm sure it will. I can't wait to listen to all of it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to Radio Bath.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah.